Durham Injury Law at 242-9000, because you deserve to be paid for what you've gone through.
If you want to shed the fat and sculpt your body to get that slim, sexy look of your dreams, then you need to stop working out.
Say what?
And start rocking out with Rockin Body, the fun new body makeover system that was created by fitness expert and insanity creator Shaun T.
Rockin Body combines dance and fitness in a fun new way so you can achieve insane weight loss.
I lost 30 pounds dancing.
Now you can tone and tighten your abs, shrink and shape your hips and thighs, and lift and firm your booty, all while you're just dancing.
I've lost 33 pounds. I feel sexy.
And now, for a limited time, the complete $80 Rockin Body system is 75% off. That's right, Rockin Body is only $19.95. We'll even upgrade you to express shipping free. Get the complete Rockin Body system for only $19.95.
Call 1-800-307-0417 or order online at rockinbody.com. 1-800-307-0417. Call now.
If you've wanted to see Ashton Kutcher in a cow costume doing a trust fall,
I got you, bro.
oh no! It's on the next new Ellen. Plus, the stars of 13 Reasons Why.
There is a season 2, I hope. Yes? No?
And
I love food.
Do you like papaya?
No.
Okay.
But I do like pies.
Yeah.
one of Ellen's favorites.
Monday at 3 on NewsChannel 5. Our community is rising. And the push and pull of progress, reliable information keeps you connected, safe, alert. Trust is everything. The NewsChannel 5 Network runs toward the future, eager to tell it all, hold the powerful accountable, and keep a watchful eye over everything you hold dear. Thank you for trusting the NewsChannel 5 Network to be your news and information leader.
America's Got Talent's Mel B inside her scandalous divorce battle from a woman who knows she lived with Mel B's husband for 6 years.
It was a very dark time in my life.
And what she claims will shock you.
Was he ever physically violent with you?
Next Inside Edition.
Monday at 4:30 on NewsChannel 5.
Welcome back to Inside Politics. Our guest today is Nashville Mayor Megan Barry. Mayor Barry, you just made your second State of Metro address. You made it down in front of the Bridgestone Arena. Also right in front of a sign that said, "Stand with me" for the Nashville Predators during their run through the playoffs. They're doing well so far.
They are. Go Predator.
Sometimes mayors have side bets with their counterparts in other cities. You've got one going with the mayor in St. Louis?
We do. She's newly elected, and we've reached out to her office. We have a little bet where there will be some money that will go to the Country Music Hall of Fame or the Blues Museum in her city, and also an exchange
so
of
it's
beer.
A little bit of music.
It's a music thing and a little beer thing, because you know St. Louis, they got a lot of breweries.
Yeah, a big one like Anheuser-Busch, I believe, is there.
Yeah.
One other question about politics that got my attention. Beth Harwell, the state speaker, who's also a Nashville representative, voted for the gas tax bill when it went through. You also recently, in the last few months, at least your campaign did, your political side, made a donation to her that would appear to be a campaign contribution that might wind up in her quest for governor if she decides to do that. It looks like she is. You're Republican. She's a Republican, you're a Democrat. That's a kind of sort of a strange partnership. Why did you do that?
Well, she's a Davidson County delegate, and we were. I made contributions.
And she's a woman.
And she's a woman, yeah. And she voted for the Improve Act, and she represents Davidson County, and I actually made contributions to the folks who represent Davidson County.
In that same governor's race coming up next year, are you likely, therefore, to be making some contributions, say, to Carl Dean, your predecessor, who's also running for governor on the Democratic side?
You know, I feel really lucky to have come on the heels of being of Carl's mayoralship, because I will tell you, he left the city in great shape, and I am the beneficiary of that every day.
Back on your budget provides up to 6 weeks of paid family leave for Metro employees to take care of a new child or for family illness. What's the current leave policy, and how does that compare, say, to the private sector or other governments in this area?
Well, so in the private sector, you get paid leave, and I think we're competing for the best talent at Metro government, and this idea that you would have to quit your job or take unpaid leave when you have to care for an aging parent or a new baby just isn't in line with national policies and with what's good policy for families.
You're also recommending a 3-year pay plan for Metro workers. I believe the pay raise would be somewhere between 6 to 8% over the next 3 years. How do Metro workers line up right now with the private sector and other local governments? Do we need raises of that magnitude?
We do, and that's actually just keeping pace really with the cost of living. And we really feel like Metro employees need to be able to plan their future, just like I've asked Metro departments to plan.
But just so the public understands, this 3-year plan would not all be funded in this first budget.
No. It would be funded over the next 3.
And the council would have to come back and approve those raises each year.
Yes.
It's not something that once they pass this budget, it's locked in stone. You also approved, I think, a Metro budget for schools. It's $879 million, but I think the school board asked for a good bit more than that. And you had indicated you were not likely to fully fund it. What parts of what they presented to you did you not feel were worthy of being directly funded?
Well, I mean, overall, we had $159 million of requests from department heads, and at the end, after funding,
you had some large ones from several departments.
We did. We had, $24 million that we actually had to allocate after we took care of a lot of the things that we needed to take care of, and so the budget for schools is a 4.3% increase over last year, and so my hope is that those dollars will go to making sure that our kids are reading on grade level. Literacy is critical, and also some social and emotional needs that our kids have.
Dr. Joseph is concluding his first year as Metro Schools Director. Yes. Your non-funding of the entire budget is not an indication that you're unhappy with his performance.
Absolutely not. Dr. Joseph and I have had very frank conversations about the fact that a 4.3% increase is actually a really good thing.
What's an update on what's happening with the soccer stadium? Are we likely to get a franchise? We're going to build a new stadium out at the fairgrounds?
Well, our hope is that MLS is going to see us as a favorable place to come. By the end of June, I'll have all those details for you, so invite me back.
And we'll do that. What's the likelihood of, what's the share Metro's likely to have, the taxpayers are likely to have in building a stadium?
Well, again, these will be the questions that we're answering right now, what would be best for Davidson County and taxpayers. Ask me back.
Okay. Nashville has been apprehensive and quite concerned in many areas about a recent officer-involved shooting. The TBI has been doing an investigation of that. Have you seen the draft report at this point?
No, I have not.
Is the city prepared for what may come out of the report? Well, in some cities, this has been the cause for some civil unrest. No one hopes that happens in Nashville for sure, but is the city ready for whatever may happen depending on what this report shows?
Well, I mean, I think that, that it's never good to take what happens in other cities and paint Nashville with that brush. We always we're different, and I know that when the General Funk reads those reports and makes his recommendation, that when as a city we'll come together and figure out the next best steps.
There are those in the community who want to have a citizens review board for the police department. That's not a new idea. It's been kicking around in Nashville for as long as I've been a reporter. You're not sold on that idea.
I'm not.
Why not?
There's not, there's a lot of evidence across the board that some of these, they're not the best practice. I think we need excellent policing, and it needs to be across the board, and we're focused on that.
Do you see going ahead with vest cameras and cameras in squad cars to be a better answer to that than having a review board?
I think transparency is what people want, transparency and trust. And we just saw the Vanderbilt poll that has an over 80% favorable for our police department. But I think that we can always do better. And that's what we're focused on. We put money in the budget for body cameras so that you'll have that trust and that transparency.
Mayor Barry, thank you for coming on the show. And since you told us about a few things coming up in June, we'll be sure to have you back.
Please do. Thanks, Pat.
And thank you for joining us on Inside Politics this week. Hope you'll be back here again for a future show. If you can't get enough politics in the meantime, go to the NewsChannel 5 website. You'll find my Capitol View commentary there. There's new commentary posted every Friday afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you back here next time. Goodbye.